The attack goes on, relentless, unbroken. But while the convoy reels under the slugging, more death is on the way. The German surface fleet lurks in hidden Norwegian fjords, waiting to smother any surviving Allied ships. The mightiest warships in the German Navy, von Tirpitz, Scharnhorst, Scheer, Prinz Eugen, Lutzow, are poised to thwart the Allied lifelines. Too wary to be brought to open battle, the ships sortie only for sudden strikes. But when they do, the Royal Air Force catches them and smashes the Germans as the Germans smash the convoys. Now the Germans reel in the seesaw struggle for the Arctic, but the Murmansk convoys come close to full disaster. The German attacks continue around the clock, continue for days on end. If the Germans can choke off the flow of supplies to Russia, munitions, oil, food, machinery, guns, planes, tanks, trucks, the bleeding Red Army may collapse. The entire Allied cause may face defeat. The battle is in balance, and Goering's Luftwaffe spares nothing to tip the scales. In some convoys, only one half of the ships survive. On no other sea route are losses so high, casualties so terrific. Even for those who survive the German onslaught, the end is not yet. Another ordeal, as fierce as enemy action, scourges the ships and men of the Murmansk run. The name of the ordeal, weather. Murmansk, the goal, journey's end. Through its ice-free harbor pour many thousand tons of Allied supplies that sustain a friend whose call for help we are pledged to answer. Here American, British, and Canadian seamen make their proudest boast. Despite Nazi hell and Arctic high water, we deliver the goods that bolster Russia in her darkest hour and help stem the German hordes at Stalingrad. miserable Murmansk, the suspicious Russians restrict the movements even of their own allies. But sometimes surviving Allied sailors meet Russian seamen as friends, as comrades in arms. Directly across the North Pole, the United States faces the Soviet Union on the Bering Sea, where the Aleutians stretch 1,000 miles toward Asia. Here, too, contact is made with the Russians. The United States Navy transfers ships of war to the Red Navy. And with the ships goes the knowledge of how to use them. Speeches, ceremony, full dress formality attend the transfer of the warships from one flag to the other. The stars and stripes give way to the hammer and sickle. But the rising sun also flies in these waters, and the Japanese prepare to plant it here permanently. The top of the world is a Japanese target, and she pinpoints Attu and Kiska for invasion as part of her overall strategy in the Pacific. The Aleutian Islands are to be the northern anchor of Japan's oceanic defense line. While the Imperial Japanese Navy hits tropical Midway, a mobile force splits off from the main body of the fleet and plunges into the Arctic. Alaska and Canada are threatened by invasion as enemy troops approach American soil. The Aleutians, prophets of war, have warned. One day Japan will seek to invade America through the Aleutians. The Japanese have come. June 1942. Attu occupied, without opposition. Kiska occupied, without opposition. 10 forlorn Americans are captured at the Kiska weather station. That scattered, dreary, undermanned